Good day, Cancer Collective. I am Sarah B., and you're tuning in to Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. And also for hitting that notification bell that will let you know when I'm going live or posting new readings. Now, I had been shuffling for the overall energy, and two cards popped out. We have Joyful Muse, Inspiration, and Feast of Plenty. Choices and their consequences. Okay, so I feel like people look at you and want to level up to you. People see that you have a lot of value as a person. They might see that they can learn from you. Some might even aspire to be you or to be like you. I do see that you have a lot to offer people. You know a lot of things, you know how to do a lot of things, and you like trying new things. Especially the arts. I feel like you might be the type of person who might play instruments, or if you're not an artist or a painter or something along those lines, you might enjoy going to a gallery or, looking at art, or you can appreciate the value in pieces of art. So I do feel like you are always up for some creative task, and you enjoy getting your hands into things and getting out of your head and putting yourself into building something or having something constructed. I just heard crafts. Maybe you're like a builder or something along those lines. But I do feel like you like to express yourself creatively. And you use that a lot. And people are inspired by you. By your wisdom, by your craft, by your creativity. Now we have Feast of Plenty. I immediately am getting Two of Swords energy, which is being at a crossroads. You might have had to make a decision between two things or multiple things. I do feel like this is somebody, maybe you had to choose between something creative or something that is a muse to you, or maybe you are quit your job and started your art or something along those lines, and took a chance on maybe doing something that with your creativity. This is also, it says choices and their consequences. So I feel like you are also in the energy of I just heard cleaning up after yourself. Or maybe going through something or a lot of changes that you are seeing in your life. And I said to, I think, every sign, there are so many changes happening right now. So it's no surprise to me that each and every sign has pretty much had some kind of message about change. I've been saying this since last year. Change is here. And I feel like it's going to last until it's going to be into 2026. There's so much happening in the world. I was just told to show you this bee on one of the swords. This could be, I'm just B. Maybe because you're watching me and being inspired by me. But yeah, maybe you have an allergy to bees, or that's your sign that this is for you, or maybe your decision has something to do with, being or being something that might resonate in your life somehow. I do feel like the choice that you made is gonna it's going to give you abundance. I do feel like you're making really good choices right now. Um, I do see, I mean, here you can see there's crystals. Do you see the grapes? It's like you are reaping the fruits of your choices. You are really cleaning up. Like, cleaning up doesn't have to be like, I don't know, like 20 years ago, it was like, oh, he's really cleaning up. Like, getting a lot of money or, being successful. So it could have something to do with that, not just cleaning up your mess, but cleaning up being successful in what you're doing and the choices that you're making. And I do feel like this, you're going to get more of this. You're making really good choices. So, and being creative and using your creativity, like, this is a good overall energy. Get out of your head and get into something else. Use your energy for something. Don't let that stagnation in your mind weigh you down. Get busy doing something. All right, so let's see what the cards are saying for the Cancer Collective. Okay, Spirit, I am shuffling for Cancer. What do we have for our Cancer Collective and their greatest good for August 2025? Shuffling for Cancer. Shuffling for Cancer. What do they need to know for August? Thank you. I have a couple more to start the reading, Spirit. A couple more to start the reading. Oops. What else do we have here? Thank you. Okay, so to start the reading, we have the Knight of Swords, and it landed in a challenge position just like this. Knight of Swords is somebody who comes in with a lot of amazing ideas. They are coming in quickly. Thoughts, downloads might be coming in for you. Maybe, like I said, maybe you are being creative and getting a lot of ideas, lyrics, creativity. Maybe you have new things to build. Maybe you're sketching new things. But it's in the challenge position. So I feel like you might be struggling a little bit with, maybe, I just heard your process. You're struggling with your process. So maybe you're trying to do something, perfect your craft, and you can't get there with the tools you have right now. I'm hearing that you have to think outside of the box. But the Knight of Swords in reverse is getting that aha moment, getting that bright idea. And I do feel like it's going to come to you. But I feel like you do have to manifest that. This is the Star card. And Star is like putting your wishes out into the universe. Putting what you need and what you want into the universe. Ask your guides and guardians for it. Ask your ancestors. And to bring you the ideas that you need to be successful, the ideas that you need to move forward, even the courage that you need to move forward, if that's what you're looking for. This is something that's going to come in quickly, and you're going to say, you know what? Yes, I know exactly what I need to do now. And then we have the World card, also in the challenge position. Okay, so the World card is about winning, about success. And you are trying really, really hard, and right now you're on the fence. You have all the tools to keep you moving. You feel like you're getting nowhere, but it's quite the opposite. You're on this path and you're moving forward. This path is gold. So you are being successful. It's about moving forward on this path. There's so much growth that you're obtaining. So if you keep moving on the path that you're on, then you are going to see yourself growing and blooming and becoming the person that you were meant to be and that you want to be. I also heard with this Knight of Swords that you might have to be stern with someone. Like in this picture, I don't feel like, I mean, Cancer's your emotional people. You don't like to have to bring that. Like, I feel like this is being stern with somebody. You might have to be stern with somebody or have a serious conversation. It could be with a coworker, or maybe you're creating boundaries. But you're doing it for your company's greatest good or your greatest good. But you don't like to be that person. You don't like to have to come down hard on anybody, and you're kind of in this position where sometimes you have to. So you are finding yourself being in this position more. I feel like this has to do with a job or a career, or I don't feel like this is. I mean, everybody that you meet and you're in a relationship with, whether it be a coworker, a partner, children, but you don't like coming down like this on people. You are generally want to bring positive light and love to the situation. You want to be, people to look at you and be inspired by you. You want to help people the best that they can, and you want to teach people the best that you can so they can further their selves and their lives. You like to see people succeed. You don't want to have to come down on anybody, but I feel it's part of your position. Like I said, this could be even like maybe a father to a child, or like you're a boss in some kind of situation. You might own your own company. You might have to let people go sometimes. You might have to tell people or re-instruct people on how to do something the right way. And you try to do it as delicately as you can, but sometimes it might not come off like that. But that is because that's who you have to be at the moment. That's not who you are as a person. Okay, so we have, well, everything's coming out in the challenge position here. We have the Four of Wands in the the challenge position. Now, the Four of Wands is about creating stability, creating a home, creating a life for yourself, and structure. Okay, so it feels like there's something that's off tilt. The structure has an imbalance of some kind. There might be something going on in your household. Maybe somebody's going back to school, or maybe this is the kids starting to go back to school and you're trying to get everybody ready and things seem off tilt. Maybe you're trying to, plan a vacation and then get the kids ready to go back to school. I mean, this is for August. So it's kind of like, what? Things are happening. Things are rolling again. In August, and there's a lot going on. So this could be the reason why things seem off tilt. You have a lot planned, a lot on your calendar. Sports starts up again, school curriculars start up again. So there might be a little of that, throwing the household off a little bit, because it's time to get back on a schedule. This could be a relationship ending. This could be a partnership fighting, or in a hiccup of some kind. Reestablishing yourself, but it's like you're building again. Okay, you want to be here, so you're on your way there. It's not in reverse. You're on your way to building that again. All right. What else, Spirit, for the Cancer Collective? Shuffling for Cancer. Shuffling for Cancer, thank you. Oh, you are emotionally drained. Something's happening here where you are drained. You have nothing left to give anybody. You're finding yourself empty. The Ten of Cups in reverse. You know, you have to keep your cups filled to nourish people in your life. But right here is an emptiness. You're feeling pretty void right now. And it's not a good idea to sit in that energy. Yes, I mean, especially if this is a household that's broken, obviously there's going to be this Ten of Cups energy where you feel like you don't have anything left to give, but I don't recommend staying in that for any length of time. It's not healthy. We have the Ten of Wands that just came out. There's a lot you're carrying. Look, this person has the weight of a couple kids on their back. That's just saying that they're loaded. They have a lot going on in their life. So you need to put some things down and start working on yourself so you can refill these cups. Maybe you are masking, taking on a lot more than you should, so you don't have to feel the feels. So you don't have to feel this lack of emotion. So you don't have to go through the healing process. You know, so you're taking on everything you can so you can avoid the feelings of whatever's going on here. You have the tools and you're on your way there. Like I said, this isn't in reverse. You're working on it. But right now you're in a little bit of a void. Yeah, but there's a lot of things you're trying to keep busy with. All right, anything else before I conclude the reading? Thank you. Seven of Cups. Okay, this is a lot of options happening. You feel like this is a sign of the world being limitless for you. There's a lot of options, a lot of things that you're being called to do. And these cups are in the upright. There's choices for you. I feel like you might be overwhelmed a little bit by these choices. You're not sure what your next step should be. So I'm hearing that you seek advice. Don't just delve into something. Do some research. This person has a book. This person has a book. Like, I feel like there's time you have to do some research. Listen to what other people are saying. I'm going to actually clarify the Seven of Cups. This is a strange deck. It's a little darker than what I'm used to with the Rider-Waite Tarot. So I'm just... Seven of Cups is not usually has like a preacher in the background or somebody teaching. You know, like it's normally the options. I feel like somebody might be somebody is filling your brain with something not right. is honestly what I'm getting. And I feel like that's somebody's giving you these illusions. So I don't know who you're talking to. Yeah, trust the universe with Temperance. The universe is working for you. Like I said, everything before this card is like, you're working on yourself. You're putting your manifesting, you are working, you're trying to get that aha moment. You're putting a lot of thought into your creativity and what you're going to do next, what direction you're headed in. And then it's like, I just feel like this is the Seven of Cups. I'm getting like a disillusionment. Somebody is filling your ear with something like they're trying to achieve, not you. It's not something that like they're thinking of their own benefit. Temperance spirit. Shuffling to clarify the Seven of Cups. What else do we have for the Cancer Collective? What else do we have for our Cancer Collective? Alright, well, clearly there's nothing else. But I'm just saying, be warned. Temperance is about trusting the universe. The universe is actively working on putting essential things in your life for you to take notice on, opportunities that you need. Somebody might be trying to dissolve those opportunities or giving you advice to benefit them. So be careful who you're speaking to, who you're trusting, who you keep in your energy. Yeah, trust yourself, trust your gut. But I do feel like somebody is trying to preach a good game. And yeah, this person's turning their back like, I'm not buying it. I'm just not. All right, so let's shuffle for the Cancer Collective. Spirit, I'm shuffling for the concluding message for Cancers. Thank you. This is X3. The Venom. All right, the venom, the poison, the curse, the toxin. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that is built into our every exhale we breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypical venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the Venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. When you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind, this goes for our Earth as well, with cosmic consequences. I mean, that is pretty on target with what I'm saying. Somebody, toxic relationship here. Maybe you have to speak to somebody in a way that you have to reprimand them and you don't really like that, and you're acknowledging that. But yeah, so Venom. All right, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also hitting that notification bell. That will let you know when I'm going live or posting new readings. And I go live every Monday and Thursday between 6:30 and 7 Eastern Time. And if I don't see you there, I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.